guys, Rich Nance with Guns and Ammo. We're at SHOT Show, and we're at the Peltor Sport booth. I'm with Doug Fletcher. Doug, as a police officer and firearms instructor, I'm pretty familiar with Peltor products, but not as familiar with you. Why don't you walk us through some of the new offerings?
Oh, okay, Rich. Thank you very much. I'd like to start with our passive line of products. Hearing protection here. These are very economical products. We have 3 in this product line: the Shotgunner 2, the Peltor Sport Bullseye, and Peltor Sport Ultimate Hearing Protector, and I'll just kind of walk you through each. This is our entry-level product, the Shotgunner 2. It's a 24 dB muff. It's foldable, so it makes it nice, compact. You can put in your range bag. It's very low profile.
Nice
cups.
And slimline.
Yes,
yeah.
It is. Low profile cups. That help, especially if you're shouldering a long rifle or a shotgun. We added those cutouts to help there too, so you don't get that interference when you're trying to put it up to your cheek well. The noise reduction rating on them is 24. I think one of the key features that we have is our headband design on this product. You notice that it's a little flat on top and it rounds out. And the reason that we did that was we wanted to alleviate the pressure that happens a lot of times when you're wearing hearing protection.
All day out at the range, absolutely.
Yeah, puts pressure right here on your head. So what we did is we relieved that pressure, these pressure points here, and we now apply the force on the cups so that you get a good seal. So that if you turn your head, look up, look down, the seal doesn't break and you don't get an unexpected noise there. So this is the Shotgunner 2 24 dB muff. The next one in our product line is the Bullseye. This is also a low profile muff. It's not foldable, and it has a 27 dB noise reduction rating. Key thing here is the headband. It's overmolded, so it's very rugged, very durable, very easy to clean. And if you notice this opening right here, this is for people that wear baseball hats and they have a little beanie here. And from our consumer insights, what we found is that customers are having problems with the beanie getting pressed in their head as they're wearing these for 8 hours. So what we did is we provided an opening here. So when you put these on, you center the opening over the beanie and you can eliminate that pressure.
That's much appreciated, Doug.
Yeah.
I noticed that the first time I put those on.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. Sometimes it's just the small
little things.
Yeah, that makes people happy. So still a low profile muff. The noise reduction rating is 27 dB on this. So it's fairly high noise reduction rating for a small size cup. So, and the last product here is the Ultimate. And this is our highest rated product. It has similar features to the Bullseye, except it's a 30 dB noise reduction muff. As you can notice, the cups are much more larger than the Bullseye. So another 3 dB of attenuation, which means it cuts the sound in half over the Bullseye. So very popular muff. Still has the same headband here, overmolded with the opening here. This muff is very popular with our pistol shooters, especially who are running open guns, large caliber, 38 Supers, things like that, where they want maximum protection. So all these 3 products have been designed with comfort in mind. So very comfortable to try on. So this is our passive line of product. Okay. So I'll step over and talk about our active line of products. When I say active, these are products that have electronics in them. They have microphones on them so that when you're out on the range, you can hear commands, you can hear conversations, you can hear people talk.
Doug. As a firearms instructor, it's a great safety point. I mean, not only are you preserving your hearing, but you're also able to hear safety commands like cease fire. That could be a pretty big deal. But if you have these on, maybe you're not hearing that as well. So it's really a benefit. And you've seen in the last 20 years since I've been a cop, technology, hearing protection technology has just gone up tremendously.
Yes, it has. We're doing a lot of new things here, revolutionary things that are pretty impressive. So I'll start to tell you about these. So these units have microphones on them so that when you're out talking or conversations on the range, you can have conversations. The microphones will detect a gunshot. Once they detect a gunshot, the electronics will mute the microphone, the speakers inside, turns it into a passive muff, and then essentially it's the passive part of the muff that blocks that gunshot. Then after that gunshot's inside, it comes back on so you can hear again. So all 4 of our products work very similar to that. So I'll start you off with our range guard product. This is our opening price point product. It's a 21 dB noise reduction rated muff. Very slim profile muff with cutouts on the bottom. So I'll just start at the top of the muff here with the headband. We're keeping that same headband theme, a little bit flat on the top to relieve the pressure points so that you don't get tension here and you have more pressure on the cups that give you a good seal. As you move down, we have recessed microphones so that when you fold this up and you throw it in your range bag, the microphones don't get damaged or torn off. So
that's convenient too, Doug, how tightly those fold out.
Oh yes, it makes a very small, very compact unit, very rugged, prevent microphone damage. Next thing I'd like to show you is our battery doors. So the battery door, we designed this so that the battery door is on the outside of the unit, so it's very accessible, very easy to change. Just pop this off. Battery door is tethered, so you don't lose it when you go to change your batteries. This unit runs off of 2 AAA batteries, very easy to find in a convenience store. It has a 4-hour auto shut-off on it. So when this unit is on, if you don't adjust the volume within 4 hours, it will give you a beep, 1 beep a second for 10 seconds to let you know that it's going to go into auto shut-off. To set that auto shut-off feature, all you have to do is just adjust the volume knob, and that'll reset the counter. If you do not do that, they'll turn themselves off automatically. And then to turn them back on, you have to turn them off, turn them back on, and you're ready to use again. Okay. As I said, we have cutouts on the bottom that helps facilitate use with long rifles and shotguns. Have a 3.5 millimeter jack here so that it comes with a cable in the package. So you can plug in the cable and you can plug it into your phone if you would like to listen to music while you're shooting.
Very cool.
And the last control on here is the on-off volume control. It's a knob, it's pretty simple. Clicks on, and as you turn it up, it adjusts the volume. You can amplify sounds greatly with these. So if you're out in the quiet woods hunting, you can turn these up so you can hear animals approaching soon. So this is the features of the range guard. So as I say, it's a 21 dB noise reduction model. So I'll move on in line, and the next one in our line is...
Tell us the tactical line because now it's all black.
Yes, it's all black. We'll start with the Tactical 100. The first one in our line. And our tactical line are all digital muffs, all digital electronics. And I kind of explain some of the benefits that we get when we go to digital electronics opposed to analog electronics for the range guard. So the Tactical 100 is very similar to the range guard. Same shaped headband, except we added more padding inside the headband for additional comfort. Recessed microphones are still on the outside here, and that are good. We have an external battery door, tethered, runs off of 2 AAA batteries. For the Tactical 100, it has a 2-hour auto shut-off feature. Same feature as when it goes into auto shut-off, you get the 10 beeps, 1 beep per second. Has a 2-hour auto shut-off feature, so that if you leave it on and you haven't adjusted the volume, it will shut itself off within 2 hours. For this, you notice it doesn't have the cutouts on the bottom of the cup, but it's still pretty low profile. The cups are sloped to help so that you don't have interference when you're shooting a long gun or a rifle. And we have the on-off volume knob, same as range guard. And we also have the 3.5 millimeter jack. Now, I said that this is digital, so 2 of the features that we can do with this unit, since it's digital, this first one, we have a feature called variable suppression time. So when you're shooting outdoors, you fire your weapon, the sound goes outwards and it dissipates. But when you go into an indoor range and you fire your weapon, the sound goes out, it comes back, and you hear echoes and reverbs. So what we found from our customer insights is that when people go into indoor ranges, they tend to be louder, so people tend to turn up the volume on this, which helps amplify the echoes and reverbs. So what we added was a variable suppression time feature that's tied to the volume control. So as you turn this up at the higher volume levels, you'll hear a beep that'll indicate that the suppression time, which is the time the microphones mute after the gunshot, has increased. And by increasing that suppression time, you help reduce those echoes and reverbs.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So insight. Yeah, our competition shooters really like this when they're shooting in indoor ranges. So kind of gives you the option to adjust that suppression time as you get up into the higher volume levels. So the next feature that we have is a adaptive frequency response. And these microphones are used to pick up the environment, pick up the gunshots. But what we also do in the background, while the muff is on, we actually measure the background noise level. And as that noise level rises, we have a certain threshold that if the background noise crosses that threshold, we actually tighten our frequency response, which helps filter out extraneous noise and leaves the voice so you can understand commands better. And if it goes up to another level, we tighten more around the frequency of the voice band, so it filters out more extraneous noise. So it helps improve speech intelligibility in noisy situations.
Doug, I'm glad you're explaining that, not me.
That was a mouthful. So this is our Tactical 100 22 dB noise reduction. Okay. So now I'm going to move over here to our newer products here, which are the Tactical 300, Tactical 500. And these are what we call our smart muffs here. And what we do here we have a lot more technology in these than our normal muff. So here's the Tactical 300, 24 dB muff, and this is a Tactical 500. It's a 26 dB muff, and it's Bluetooth enabled. So all of them have the same features except for those two. So I'm just going to set the 300 down, and I'll just tell you about the basic features for these. So let's start at the top. We have a rugged overmolded headband. If you look, it has the opening in the top so that you can center it for a headband if you're wearing a baseball hat. And you have the beanie. We have the microphones that are mounted in front that are recessed. And then we have the external battery door. I'll just pop the battery door open here. The 300 and 500 run off of 2 AA batteries. And they have auto shut-off on here, and it's programmable for 2 hours or 4 hours. Our competition shooter wanted longer auto shut-off time, so we added a feature in where they can go in and change the shut-off time to 4 hours here. And then also have a low battery warning. Now, the one thing about the 300 and 500 is that since these are upper models, we were able to add in more electronics. Instead of having beeps when the unit goes into auto shut-off, it actually will tell you powering down, and it counts down from 10 to 0. So once it reaches 0, it actually turns itself off. So you don't have to remember what the beeps mean.
And I noticed when you turn it on, it says powering on.
Yes, it does. A little sexy voice there.
Yeah, I like that voice. It makes me feel powerful.
Okay. Yes, it does do that. So it's kind of nice to have voice commands instead of a series of beeps. So when it for low battery warning, it actually says low battery warning. So if you're running a good set of batteries, you'll have anywhere from 6 to 8 hours before the batteries go dead. Okay. So as you go down, you notice that we have cutouts on this on muff, so it helps facilitate use with long guns and rifles. And what's something else from our customer insight, we added these little rubber bumpers on the bottom.
That's cool.
Yeah, because our customers were saying when they were shooting long rifles and shotguns, a lot of times the bottom of the cup would rest on the top of the stock.
That plastic on plastic.
Yeah, you get the scraping or the banging. And then we also had some people that are saying, I'm shooting a pretty expensive shotgun and I don't want to mar the stock. So we added some rubber bumpers down here that helps prevent that. Okay. So for the 300 and 500, we don't have an on-off volume knob. We have a power on button. So to turn this on, you hold this button for 3 seconds and it powers on. And then you have buttons on the side for volume up, volume down. On the 300, we have a center button that's a combinational press that puts you into a setup menu where you can change some of the features. On the 500, the center button is for the Bluetooth, and I'll get into the Bluetooth a little bit later. So these are the, also you have a cord here, this little rubber flap that pulls down. It has a 3.5 millimeter jack so that if you have a cord, you can plug this into your phone, especially for the 300, 500, most people connect to their phones to Bluetooth. But there's also a micro USB port here. And what we added that micro USB port is that if you want to run the 300, 500, you can you don't need to run them off of 2 AA batteries. We we developed a rechargeable lithium-ion battery pack for this. It's Alpha 1100. So all you have to do is take two AA batteries out. You can pop the Alpha 1100 in, and then you can run the unit off of a rechargeable battery. When you go to charge it, you just pull down the flap. Alpha 1100 comes with a micro USB charging cable. Plug that in, put that into the wall chargers, and you charge the battery and the hearing protector.
That's a great option, because if someone wants to go with AA, which they can get anywhere, they have that.
Yes.
Or they can have that rechargeable. That's a very great option.
Yeah, our customers have been asking about that. So now I'm going to get into some of the software features that make the 300, 500 very unique. So in the past, I talked about a variable suppression time feature. On the 300, 500, since these are smart muffs, we kind of did it differently. So with the 300 and 500, we actually use the microphones to measure the energy in the gunshot. And it's the energy in the gunshot that sets the suppression time. So if you're shooting a small caliber weapon like a 22, the 300 and 500 would measure that energy in the gunshot. And since it's low energy, you would have a short suppression time. If you set that 22 caliber rifle or pistol down and you start shooting a larger weapon like a 308 or a 338 Lapula, it would automatically sense that has much higher energy, and it would start to adjust that suppression time to adjust it to give you the best comfort and best protection against that weapon that you're shooting. Or if the person next to you is shooting a large caliber weapon, it would adapt to their weapon and give you the best protection against their weapon that you're shooting. Yeah, so that's done automatically. So, and if you go indoors where you arrange where you're shooting, you have a lot of echoes and reverbs, this can measure the echo path in the range, and it will automatically adjust the suppression time to help reduce those echoes and reverbs. So it does that automatically as it's running.
They are smart.
Yeah. Same thing, if you're outside on a windy day and you have a lot of wind noise, the frequency response would automatically adjust to help reduce it.
That is an issue a lot of times with the electronic hearing probe. Is that wind really?
Yes. On a really windy day, it makes it almost impossible to use that.
It's annoying.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So you can't have a conversation out there because the wind noise gets amplified. So we actually adjust the frequency response to help reduce that wind noise. Same thing if you're shooting at an indoor range and you have heavy exhaust fans running. We can sense that fan noise and adjust that frequency response to help reduce that fan noise. So those are some of the features of the 300 and 500. I guess one other feature that we have is called clear voice tracking. So it's a feature that makes these muffs very, very clear when you put them on. Everyone always noticed that. They say that it sounds much clearer, much crisper than any of the products that they use. And it also helps in noisy situations like we're in right now, where it automatically can sense that this is a noisy situation. It'll close down the frequency response to help filter out noise and wait till someone starts to talk, then it'll open back up automatically so that you can hear that person talk.
Very cool. So, Doug, one of the things I'm excited about is your new in-ear hearing probe.
Can I tell you one other thing?
Okay.
Just want to talk about the Bluetooth features of the 500. So the 500 is Bluetooth enabled, which a lot of our customers have been asking for, and now we gave them a unit that they really like. So once this unit on, it's real easy to pair. Once the unit's powered on, all you have to do is press and hold the Bluetooth button, and you'll hear it in the cup say Bluetooth pairing mode. Once it goes into pairing mode, all you have to do is take your phone out, put it in discoverable mode. Peltor Sport Tactical 500 shows up. You press that button. When it connects, you'll hear Bluetooth connected in the cup. Then from that point on, all you have to do is put away your phone. To play music, one press on the Bluetooth button will start your music. One press will pause. Double click the Bluetooth button, it goes on to the next track. Triple click brings you back to the previous track. Now, if you're listening to music and you get a phone call, your music will mute and you will hear the phone call in your cup, or your ringtone in your cup. So, to answer that phone call, one press on the Bluetooth button and it will connect you to your phone and you can just start talking. You don't have to take your phone out because all you have to do is speak, and we use the environmental mics to pick up your voice. But we also use these environmental mics to pick up the background noise, so you can get all the background noise. So what we did is there's a little dot right here, which is a third microphone that we've added. and we set this microphone up to only pick up the background noise. So when this microphone picks up your voice and background noise, we do a subtraction with this microphone to help reduce that background noise and clear your voice up for the person on the other line. So when you want to end your phone call, all you have to do is one click on the Bluetooth button. You'll hear call terminated in the hearing protector, and that ends the call. Your music will start. Now, if you don't want to take that call, all you have to do is press and hold the Bluetooth button. You'll hear call terminated, and it'll roll that person over to your voicemail.
You can't take a call in the middle of your favorite song.
Well,
Doesn't make sense.
You're right about that. Okay. So those are all the features
Very
I want
cool.
to tell you about the 305.
Awesome. Okay, now the in-ear.
Now the in-ear, yes. Okay. So we're selling for 2020 a new product called the Electrical Earplug 100 or EEP 100. And this is a tactical earplug here. And it works very similar to our Range Guard product here. So we have these earbuds. Comes with 4 different tips, and depending on the tip that you use, you can have anywhere from 23 dB to 27 dB noise reduction rating. And the tips are exchangeable, so if they get dirty, you just pull them off, put new tips on. This product is meant to be charged in the case, so it has a USB charging port. You plug that in. All you have to do is take the earbud out. You insert it into your ear. Press and hold this button here. You'll hear it power on. And once it powers on, it has 3 different volume levels that you can do, low, medium, high. So you can hear your environment, hear conversations, you can hear commands. Then when the gunshot goes off, it detects the gunshot, mutes the microphones, and it blocks the gunshot.
That's very handy, especially the way that charges, because I know on some of these, you have to actually take the battery out or disengage the battery so it doesn't wear out. But that's an awesome way, having that docking station.
Yep, very easy. Waterproof case here, so that it also has. And so it's very popular. I know are very popular for hunters who don't want to be, if they're out in the woods for a long time, they don't want to wear muffs. So this is a great option for them. So.
Awesome. Well, I know you guys also have eye protection, so why don't we go over and talk to Jason? I think he has something to show us as well.
Yes, let's move
Thanks,
over to
Doug.
Jason.
But all right, talking about safety glasses, all right? So you guys saw on our hearing protection side, we have a lot of cool technology and features, but a lot of people don't know that Peltor Sport also has technology and features in our safety glasses. So this right here is our Secure Fit safety glasses. This is patented 3M technology. This is designed because we saw a pain point out there that one pair of safety glasses isn't going to fit somebody the same, right? It's going to be pinched some people, it's going to be tight on temples of other people. So we thought, can we design something that can fit most everybody out there? And that's what we did. You see this curved temple here? This is designed to provide about the same temple pressure from small to large head size. So this is basically the first universal one-size-fits virtually most head sizes. It's be comfortable on pretty much everybody. Another thing that we have about this is nice for those that are wearing our hearing protection or any type of earmuffs, the thin temple on here. This fits fantastically, very comfortably underneath the hearing protector. And then one last thing I want to mention, anti-fog. I'm sure people have had issues with fog.
I'm super skeptical of that because everything says that they're anti-fog, but you get them on, you start exerting yourself, and they fog.
Yep, exactly. So we actually have anti-fog because we know when people are shooting, one of the last things you want to have is fogging of safety glasses is going to be causing you to not see the target correctly. I'm going to show you the difference of what we have on our Secure Fit anti-fog versus non-coated. This is not coated here. Nice steamer here. I'm going to show you how well that works there.
Wow.
So you can see how quickly that fogs up without a coating and how well ours stays clear.
Crazy.
So if you're shooting on the range here, which one would you rather be using? 3M Secure Fit safety glasses.
Awesome stuff. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you guys stopping by.
All right, guys, be sure to check out the Peltor Sport booth and their products from 3M Peltor Sport.